The dense, humid air of the Amazon rainforest hangs heavy as you move through the undergrowth. Sunlight barely pierces the thick canopy, casting long, shifting shadows across the jungle floor. Suddenly, the birds go silent. A massive vine snakes down from a mahogany tree, and a figure descends, hovering effortlessly above the ferns. Meet your opponent for this hunt, the villain, Silas the Primal Tide. Silas is a legendary stalker who views the entire jungle as his personal weapon. He wears armor crafted from shimmering, indestructible dragon-scaled bark, and a cloak made of living moss.
Ew.
Core abilities: hydrokinetic flight. He doesn't use wings. He manipulates the moisture in the air to propel himself, allowing for high-speed aerial maneuvers. Flora grip. He can command any plant life within 100 yards. He often uses iron thorn vines to snare opponents, or titan lilies that spray paralytic spores. Supernatural strength. He is strong enough to uproot a kapok tree with his bare hands and use it as a club. Aquatic pulse. He can draw water from the soil or nearby rivers to create pressurized blades or defensive shields. Additional abilities: 1. Chameleon camouflage. His skin and armor can shift colors and textures to perfectly match his surroundings, making him nearly invisible while stationary. 2. Scent trace. He can smell the fear and adrenaline of his prey from miles away, making it nearly impossible to hide from him for long. 3. Photosynthetic healing.
Oh my God.
As long as he is in sunlight or touching living greenery, he can rapidly close wounds and restore his stamina.
I'll make sure to damage some plants down or something.
Scenario begins. Silas touches down on a mossy branch 20 feet above you, his eyes glowing with a faint bioluminescent green. He raises a hand, and the ground beneath your feet begins to churn as thick, wet roots rise like serpents to coil around your ankles. "You've led a long trail, Bruno," Silas says, his voice like the grinding of stones. "But the jungle is hungry today, and I am its teeth." He thrusts his palm forward, sending a high-pressure jet of swamp water directly at your chest while the vines attempt to pin your limbs to the earth. You are playing as Bruno. How do you use your shape-shifting mastery to counter his opening move?
What? Mankind's too.
The jungle floor erupts in a chaotic clash of elements as you take control. With a sharp flick of your wrist, your telekinesis freezes the lashing vines and the high-pressure water jet in mid-air, holding them suspended just inches from your chest. You move with practiced speed, uncapping your travel bottle and calling forth a stream of sand. It swirls into the hovering water and the dirt you've pulled from the earth, thickening the mixture into a heavy, grinding sludge. To finish the trap, you telekinetically weave Silas's own vines into the mass, creating a massive, multi-elemental limb. As you smash a smoke bomb at your feet, a thick gray veil swallows you whole. From within the cloud, your giant hand of mud, sand, and briars surges forward like a titan's fist.
Why is it mud too?
Reaction. Silas, blinded by the smoke, isn't fast enough to dodge the sheer scale of the construct. The massive hand slams into him, pinning his armored frame against a massive mahogany tree. The iron thorns he once controlled are now being used to bind him, fueled by your grit and sand. He grunts, his glowing green eyes flickering with surprise through the haze. He tries to use his supernatural strength to tear through the muddy grip, but the sand makes the mixture too abrasive and thick for him to simply break. "A clever trick, shapeshifter," he growls, his voice muffled by the smoke. "But the jungle breathes where you cannot." The countermove.
What?
Suddenly, Silas lets out a piercing whistle. High above, the massive waxy leaves of the canopy begin to fold and sharpen like razor blades. He isn't trying to break your hand, he's calling down a leaf storm.
Whoa.
Thousands of razor-sharp leaves begin to rain down into the smoke cloud, slicing through everything in an attempt to flush you out of your hiding spot. At the same time, he begins to draw the moisture directly out of your mud hand using aquatic pulse, trying to turn your weapon back into dry, useless dust. The smoke is clearing, and the razor leaves are falling fast. How does Bruno respond?
He means back into dirt. It was dirt. The water added to the mud. He means dirt, y'all. He means dirt. Let's just put an I there. Dirt. He means dirt. He don't mean anything else. He means dirt. He gonna
The razor-sharp leaves slice through the smoke, but you are already gone. In a flash of light, you teleport to the edge of a nearby river, the water rushing over smooth stones. You quickly set the sand trap, the same one you used to ground Jasper Prime, layering it across the muddy bank and...
I didn't say sand trap. Oh no. His AI brain is gonna say Hang on, y'all. It's gonna start over again. Okay. No out. Okay.
The sharp whistle of the razor leaves cutting through the air is the last thing Silas hears before you vanish. In a flash of light, you teleport away from the smoke cloud, reappearing a safe distance away on the muddy banks of a wide, rushing jungle river. You quickly set the stage, drawing on the same tactical brilliance you used to bring down Jasper Prime. You begin weaving your telekinesis and earth powers together, layering the ground with hidden pitfalls and reinforced snares, perfectly camouflaged by the river's edge. Silas the Primal Tide. You roar, your voice echoing off the canyon walls to draw him into the kill zone. As you wait for the hunter to find his prey, you reach for your specialized snowball. With a click, it pops open, and your snow owl emerges, her feathers shimmering with frost despite the tropical heat.
Yeah.
Freeze it out, you command. The environment shifts.
I'm back.
The jungle screams in protest as your owl beats her wings. A localized super blizzard erupts, turning the humid air into a blinding whiteout. Flash.
Hang on. I'm back. So where we at?
Freeze. The river water turns to jagged slush.
Well,
Silas's weakness, the photosynthetic healing he relies on, is instantly cut off as the sun.
Oh, you know what? I just realized that. Yeah, his to the sun, the cut off the sunlight vanishes in the greenery. So he needs some kind of plant. He needs some plants inside to help him heal. With the winter edge, it kills. When winter can kill plants, and the winter storm or blizzard it blocks out the sun got out the way. I just killed his just killed his source.
Light vanishes, and the greenery begins to wilt under a thick layer of frost. The ambush, Silas streaks through the tree line, his hydrokinetic flight sputtering as the moisture in the air turns to heavy ice. He crashes through the frozen undergrowth, landing hard, right in the center of your Jasper Prime trap. Spiked earthen pillars erupt from the mud, locking his limbs in place, while the freezing winds from your owl batter it.
Yo, that was on the same trap using Jasper Prime that Bruno used. If you've seen that do that video, then you know that was not the same trap. He forget he's AI. He can't remember everything.
His mossy cloak. A blizzard in the Amazon? Silas gasps, his breath coming in white plumes. He tries to summon a water shield.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Where he said that at?
But the river is freezing too fast for him to draw a pulse. You've changed the rules of the hunt, Bruno. He strained against the stone pillars, his supernatural strength cracking the rock, but the cold is slowing his muscles down. He lets out a low growl and begins to vibrate his body at high speeds, trying to generate enough heat to shatter the ice in the trap. He's pinned and freezing, but his armor is starting to glow red hot from the friction. What is Bruno's finishing move before he breaks free?
Gosh, Lee.
When John Myers joins the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, the experience is
fine.
overwhelming. There's a fish man in the library, holy relics on the walls, and a mysterious vault. It's a great build-up for the reveal of the vault's inhabitant, Kelvin. There are a lot of superhero introductions, but only one scene features the shirtless demon gifted Arn, surrounded by cats and comic books. The awkward introduction between John the Everyman and a hero who cannot like any man is both a lot of fun and totally unique.
Bruno. Okay, is it gonna load? Okay. It's just, yeah, this ain't the first time you're using that video though.
Got it. Bruno's got a much bigger trick up his sleeve. Silas thinks he's just dealing with stone and ice, but he's about to face a literal force of nature. The final strike, the frost plasma meteor. As Silas vibrates his body, his armor beginning to glow a dull, dangerous red, you don't wait for him to shatter the stone. You take a deep breath and launch yourself high into the freezing blizzard winds. Mid-air, you pull your limbs inward, rolling into a tight, perfect ball. As you spin, the air around you crackles. You tap into the raw energy of your plasma powers, coating yourself in a searing, violet-white lightning while simultaneously drawing in the ice powers from the surrounding blizzard. The two opposing forces shouldn't mix, but under your mastery, they fuse into a glowing orb of pure
Yeah, under
destruction.
mastery.
You aren't just a shapeshifter anymore. You are a plasma ice meteor screaming through the frozen canopy. This is for the jungle, Silas. You plummet downward, a streak of blinding light and frost. Silas looks up, his eyes widening as he realizes he can't move fast enough to escape. Crash! You slam directly into Silas with the force of a falling star. The impact creates a massive shockwave that shatters the frozen mahogany trees for 50 yards. The plasma burns through his bark armor while the ice instantly refreezes the vaporized river water, locking him in a permanent crystalline tomb within the crater. The aftermath: the blizzard begins to subside as your snow owl lands on your shoulder, letting out a soft, victorious hoot. Silas is down, encased in a shimmering block of ice and scorched earth, his hunter days officially over. The jungle is quiet again, except for the sound of the river beginning to flow around the new ice sculpture you've created. Would you like to document this win in the hero files, or should Bruno head back to Jump City for a well-earned rest?
He don't belong in Jump City. Yo, that video response, you're not gonna see that video response ever. King crab.
The chaotic battlefield begins to settle as the last of the frost and plasma energy dissipates into the humid air. With the threat of Silas neutralized, you reach into your gear and summon your cleaning crab. With a quick, rhythmic chant, you cast a cleaning spell that pulses outward from the crab's shimmering shell. The little crustacean scurries across the jungle floor.
And far from stylish, this Mark I armor might be a piece of junk compared to all of his other suits, but it's certainly
The crab is a clean spell. Bruno don't cast spells. Bruno don't have no magic. Do you understand that?
Iron Man's first appearance saw him bulldozing through the terrorists with ease until his stylish exit and less than graceful landing that, luckily for a start, nobody else saw.
But the I can't put that, yo.
In order to win the World Cup account,
The crab.
The giant
Hang on, y'all. Thank you. The crab casts a spell. I'm Bruno.
ice crater begins to settle, and the blizzard's frost starts to melt back into the tropical soil. You reach into your pack and bring out your cleaning crab, setting him down on a mossy log. With a series of rhythmic clicks, the crab raises its claws. A shimmering, translucent wave of magic pulses outward, not from you, but directly from the crab's enchanted shells. The cleaning spell ripples through the undergrowth like a physical breeze, instantly repairing the shattered mahogany trees and dissolving the scorched plasma marks. In seconds, the jungle looks as if the battle never happened, leaving Silas encased in his icy prison amidst a perfectly pristine forest. Good work, you mutter, reaching into your gear to pull out some high-quality pet food. You set down a bowl of enchanted seeds for your snow owl and some nutrient-rich kelp treats for the crab. They both dig in, well-deserved, after such a high-stakes hunt. The jungle is quiet, clean, and safe once again. Silas isn't going anywhere, and the ecosystem is back in balance thanks to your team. Mission accomplished. Bruno stands at the edge of the river, his pets fed, and the battlefield spotless. It's a clean victory in every sense of the word. Would you like me to officially record Bruno's win against Silas the Primal Tide in the Hero Files? Or is there one more thing you want to do before heading back to Jump City?
And
Better way to begin a vampire film than a blood-soaked raid, followed by a bloodbath. After realizing he has been duped into attending a party for thirsty bloodsuckers, a terrified man flees for his life before falling at the feet of the day-walking vampire slayer, Blade. So intimidating that he brings an entire horde of vampires to what's virtually an utter
what? He put it in here files himself. We don't need you doing it.
use of his extensive anti-vampire arsenal and martial arts techniques to lay the smackdown on his undead adversaries. Played with an undeniable charisma by Wesley Snipes, Blade's introduction set the tone for the franchise and made a relatively absurd Marvel superhero into a household name. Number 7, RoboCop. One of the more unique ones on this list, RoboCop's introduction is conveyed through an extensive
Mm-hmm.
You step back from the riverbank, the humid air of the Amazon already reclaiming the space where the blizzard once raged. Your cleaning crab finishes its work, and the jungle looks as if no battle ever took place, save for the massive frozen monument that was once Silas. You reach into your gear and pull out the hero files. As a shapeshifting master and a core member of the team, you take this responsibility seriously. You don't leave the paperwork to anyone else. You handle the documentation yourself to ensure the tactical details are perfect. Battle log. Mission complete. Hero. Bruno, the shapeshifting master location. Amazon rainforest. Jungle, river terrain. Opponent. Silas, the primal tide outcome, victory. Tactical summary. Written by Bruno. The target utilized hydrokinetic flight and flora manipulation. I countered with a combination of telekinesis, sand/dirt constructs, and a smokescreen ambush. Relocated to the river to deploy a Jasper Prime-style trap. Support from Snow Owl, Blizzard. Neutralize the target's healing and mobility. Finish the engagement with a high-altitude plasma ice meteor strike. Post-battle cleanup, successfully performed by the cleaning crab. Silas remains incapacitated in a flash-frozen state. The jungle is secure. The record is now officially part of your history. Your team's win streak continues to grow, and Silas is one less hunter for the world to worry about. Since the jungle is clean and the file is saved, would you like Bruno and his pets to head back to the city? Or should we check in on another member of the team?
We should definitely do something else.
much more close and personal meet and greet with Gotham's Studio Park.
Him.
Christian Bale's introduction as Batman captured the mystique of the character, while also
After that, grade Bruno. Oh wait, you don't know on what though. I'm put on battle scenario only. On battle scenario only. Cause you don't know what I'm talking about. He's gonna put out a streamer grade. That's a whole different thing about the streamer. That's a whole different thing, dude. Yeah, 8+. Okay, awesome.
With the record signed and the jungle air returning to its natural hum, you give your snow owl a final pat on her frost-tipped feathers. With a soft chime, she retracts back into her snowball. You then pick up the cleaning crab, who clicks his claws in satisfaction before settling back into his housing. Both are tucked away safely in your gear. Standing alone by the river, you take a moment to reflect on your performance. Bruno's battle scenario grade. Subject: Bruno the shape-shifting master. Scenario: the jungle ambush versus Silas the primal tide. Category: grade. Tactical notes: environmental
The jungle ambush.
mastery. A+. Excellent use of the river to set a Jasper Prime style trap and utilizing the
gosh.
blizzard to negate the enemy's healing. Power versatility. S. Seamlessly combined telekinesis, earth, sand, and plasma. The hybrid plasma ice meteor was a high-tier finisher.
He didn't use any plasma. Let's try it again. He gotta get this stuff right, y'all. He be like his AI. He be like confused what he's doing. So okay.
With the hero files updated and the jungle smelling of fresh rain and clean moss, you give a final nod of approval to your team. You hold out your specialized containers, and with a soft hum of energy, your snow owl and your cleaning crab return to their safe spots in your gear, ready for the next mission. Now, looking back at the tactical execution against Silas the Primal Tide, here is the official assessment of your performance. Battle scenario grade, Bruno. Overall grade A+. Tactical breakdown, environmental mastery. You didn't just fight in the jungle, you used it. Turning Silas's own vines against him and pulling sand from your personal supply to thicken the mud showed incredible adaptability. Strategic relocation.
He had water too.
Recognizing when to teleport to a better vantage point, the river, is the mark of an expert combatant. It allowed you to dictate the terms of the fight. Combo synergy. Using the Snow Owl's blizzard to specifically target Silas's photosynthetic healing was a brilliant move. It stripped the villain of his greatest defense before the final blow. Finishing execution, the Plasma Ice Meteor was a creative and devastating use of dual elemental powers. Rolling into a ball to maximize impact force is a signature move that Silas simply couldn't counter.
Yeah,
Post-combat protocol. Utilizing the cleaning crab to erase all evidence of the battle ensures that the hero files remain the only proof of the encounter, keeping your team's secrets safe. Assessor's note: Bruno continues to show why he is a master of the battlefield. His ability to combine high-tech gear, smoke bombs/sand, with raw elemental power and pet coordination is unmatched. Would you like to head back to the city now, or should we see if any other threats are emerging on the scanners for the rest of the team?
We are good on for today, and don't bring up my characters for now. Can you don't put Starfire, Starfire, or I'm gonna say Darcy. I'm gonna say no.
Star-Lord's introduction is as much a primer to the film as a whole as it is to his own character.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Nightcrawler's X2.
Excuse me, sir. Are you lost?
The show's thrilling scene from the second entry into the X-Men film.
This is a classic cosmic versus weather showdown. When comparing Starfire, DC Teen Titans, to Stormfront, The Boys, there is a massive gap in their actual power levels. Here is the break.
Oh, I spelled her name wrong. Yeah, I did it wrong. But you knew what I'm talking about, though.
Down of how that fight would likely go. The matchup feature Starfire, Coriander, Stormfront, Power Source, Ultraviolet Radiation, Solar, Compound V, Strength, Superhuman, Class 100 plus, Superhuman, Building Level,
Oh,
Durability, Near Invulnerable, Survives Space, High, Bulletproofish, Energy, Starbolts, High Temp Plasma, Electrokinesis, Plasma/Lightning. Why Starfire takes the win. While Stormfront is terrifying in the universe of The Boys, she is a, quote, big fish in a small pond. Starfire operates on a completely different scale. 1. Strength and durability. Starfire is strong enough to trade blows with heavy hitters like Wonder Woman or She-Hulk. Stormfront, while strong, was visibly hurt by the combined physical attacks of Kimiko, Starlight, and Queen Maeve. Starfire's Tamaranian skin is dense enough to withstand the vacuum of space and extreme heat that would melt Stormfront. 2.
oh my God.
Speed. Starfire can fly at interstellar speeds, faster than light in some versions. Stormfront is fast, but she still moves within the Earth's atmosphere at subsonic or supersonic speeds. Starfire would likely blitz her before she could even raise her hands.
Yeah.
3. Energy output. Stormfront's lightning is impressive, but Starfire's starbolts are pure solar energy. She can release nova bursts that emit heat comparable to a sun. Since Stormfront was severely burned by Ryan's heat vision in the show, Starfire's starbolts would likely be lethal in a single direct hit.
Yeah, so Ryan's heat vision in the show is not as bad as Starfire's starbolts over there.
Verdict. Winner Starfire. Stormfront is a bully who relies on intimidating people weaker than her. Starfire is a trained warrior princess who has fought galactic wars. Starfire would likely end the fight quickly, possibly even feeling sorry for how outmatched Stormfront is. Since
She'll say how outmatched Starfire is. She'll say sorry? What? Well, Starfire is very compassionate, still a loving person.
we are taking a break from the battle scenarios for now, would you like to compare another set of characters from different universes, or maybe look into some lore for The Boys?
While the puppet, a monster named Scarface, may not
Who
actually
wins? Homelander or Hunter? This is very dumb, but I'll do it. I know March Madness can win. I know.
His repressed feelings eventually manifested into a violent bar fight that resulted in him being sent to Blackgate Prison. Lester first met Scarface while incarcerated.
This is a tough break for Homelander. While he is the big fish in the universe of The Boys, Martian Manhunter, John Johns, is essentially a living Swiss Army knife of god-level powers. In the DC universe, even Superman has admitted that John is the one being on Earth he's afraid to face in a fight.
Yeah, I remember that. Look, I remember seeing that in a statement, in a little Google statement. Like your little Google questions on the bottom. I remember seeing a question: Superman scared to fight Martian Manhunter, and Superman has a man. He's the one being on Earth he's afraid to fight. Yeah.
The power gap, ability, Homelander, Martian Manhunter, greater than. Strength, building airplane level. Planetary, shifts tectonic plates. Speed, hypersonic, Mach 3 to 5 range. Transluminal, matches Flash Superman. Durability, all weapons failed. Earth grade, near invulnerable, survives supernovas. Mental, human level intellect, arrogant. Omega level telepath. Why it's not a fair fight. 1. The mind game. Before Homelander could even take a breath to use his heat vision, John could shut his brain down. Homelander has no mental defenses. The Martian could make him forget how to fly, or simply put him into a permanent coma with a thought. 2. Intangibility, the ghost factor.
Yep.
Homelander relies on physical impact. Martian Manhunter
Yeah, Martian Manhunter, he can phase, bro.
can turn intangible, phase through solid objects.
Yep. So when you try to throw Martian Manhunter inside the face, you throw a cup of hot coffee at him, it goes right through him. You try to kick him and punch him, go right through him. Try to spit on him, trying to throw a French fry at him, go right through him. Try to throw a shoe at him, go right through him. Try to throw a wig at him, go right through him. Try to slap him, try to throw pieces of hair at him, go right through him. Try to throw a big TV at him, go right through him. Try to throw a diaper full of poop at him, go right through him. Try to throw a water bottle and try to drop kick him, go right through him. He ain't gonna try to throw a phone at him and a remote controller, go right through him. He phases through all that stuff. You just throw a bunch of random stuff.
Homelander's punches and eye lasers would simply pass through John like he was mist. Meanwhile, John could reach into Homelander's chest and stop his heart without breaking a sweat.
Ooh.
3. Physical dominance. Even if they just stayed physical, John is physically stronger and faster. He has Martian vision that is at least as powerful as Homelander's heat vision. Plus, he can shapeshift his limbs into massive bludgeons or grow to the size of a skyscraper. The only chance, Homelander's only hope is John's famous weakness, fire. If Homelander realized this immediately and unleashed a massive heat vision blast, he might startle the Martian. However, modern versions of John have largely overcome the physical fear of fire, and his speed is so high that he would likely dodge or phase before the heat could touch him.
Oh, so John have largely outcome physical. So my version of John has like overcome that physical fear and probably like, you know what, I'm no longer scared of fire. It burns, but it don't scare me. They probably also found a way to be immune to it over some other versions. They're simply immune to fire. No longer let it hurt. It no longer hurts them. They have a power to be immune to fire now. No longer a weakness now. I feel like how Martian Manhunter's back is fire.
The verdict, winner, Martian Manhunter, 0 diff. Homelander is a bully who fights people weaker than him. Martian Manhunter is a seasoned warrior who protects the entire
It's like Stormfront. That's why Starfighter could be. Starfighter and Martian Manhunter fight people way more powerful than those two. They can both easily beat them.
galaxy. John would likely end the fight in seconds, possibly without even throwing a single punch. Would you like to see how Homelander stacks up against someone more his speed, like Omni-Man, or should we look at another DC versus the Boys matchup?
Nope, I'm good. See y'all later.